3, 2, 1.
American City number 2.
All right, guys, we're back in another northern-looking American city.
I think this one has an even more kind of classic look than the first one.
Absolutely got that American charm.
And they just look so cozy in the winter, these American cities.
Another walkable-looking city. Lots of people out and about despite the bad weather. People still got to do their jobs, get to work, take care of their families.
Something about America and just the spirit of the worker and just the spirit of the citizen to kind of keep the whole thing going when it's tough.
It's beautiful, the camaraderie amongst the locals, the friendliness.
It seems like the type of town everybody knows each other.
Absolutely.
Everybody says hi, says waves and smiles.
Just like friends.
Coca-Cola shop.
Just like friends, where everyone knows your name.
It's classic American Coca-Cola shop in this town. So maybe a beauty shop or a beauty store.
Lots of small businesses looking like they've popped up around the area.
I almost didn't see any small businesses in the first town, but here I'm seeing like 10.
Plethora of small businesses. Lots of locals.
Something about that design of those buildings is just classic American city. You can just tell it's been there probably since the 1800s.
Mm-hmm. Colonial style.
Revolution period, probably. And some of these historical homes,
Quite nice.
people still live in them. They're perfectly good. They're probably stronger than the homes built now.
Just imagine the value.
Value's probably skyrocketed at this point in this area. Location really is everything. And
You really love to see these walkable cities, you know? You really don't see much of it in this part of the world, but you do love to see them often utilized.
the car really took over. And you see cars in this video, but no one's driving one. Everyone's walking or on public transport.
This must be a office building. Lots of workers.
I wonder what that green is. Is that green, do you think, from paint or from
Maybe.
how it's weathered? Maybe it's a patina or a
Probably
pet.
the weather. Probably the effects of the weather.
Probably the effects of the weather that made that brick green. Algae, maybe it's algae or pond scum. Looks like that truck delivers like vapes or something. When I see a town like this, I almost start thinking, what's the main strip? What's a tourist check out first?
Where's that Main Street USA? Every town's got a Main Street USA.
Exactly. And you can just tell. You pull onto that main strip, you say, wow, I've been here before, but it's different.
Love this architecture.
Something essential about this architecture. But I think it's something more important even than what you see is what you don't see. And that's a lot of wood. I think I see a lot more brick. A lot more red brick and gray brick.
You know what I'm loving? Because if you notice, you see an awful lot of Prius.
I've seen about
See
7.
an awful lot of Prius out here. And it just goes to show about the type of people that live out here, caring about the environment, living in a walkable city, commuting by public transportation, while using a hybrid.
What we could even do in editing is put up a little counter. Put up a counter maybe at the top
Prius
right.
counter.
Bing, Prius. Bing.
Because that was just a straight up Prius.
That was one right there. So
And the interesting thing also that I'm noticing about these cars is that most of them have this black soot right next to the wheel wells.
They look like they've been through hell. They've been through shit.
I can't speak on the roads out in this northern city, but there might be something out there that might have to be checked out. It's causing some soot.
The amount of salt probably is off the charts in this northern American city. And that's going to do something to your car. You're going to have to be careful with that. Take it in. If you take it in once every 3 months, to start taking it in maybe 3 times a month.
Look at that black soot again on those cars. It's almost inevitable.
Sometimes I'll take my car to the garage once a week.
Look at that, another soot car. I think I'm just a little bit confused about these northern cities.
It's Prius.
Is the kind of massive intersections flooded? The streets are flooded in Priuses.
Flooded with Priuses, and they don't know where to turn to the intersection because it doesn't look clearly marked at all.
I don't know if this is the turn signal is not up to date, but they might need to bring someone out there just to do a manual traffic guide.
But I noticed it wasn't your normal green arrow, and I think that maybe this town, I don't know, they're using a different light. Maybe they're getting the traffic lights from another company in this town.
Definitely some off-brand traffic lights, not the typical American city traffic lights. Another one of those old mining towns that just so frequently popped up across America during.
I love that. I love
the
old
1800s.
an old western town, even if it's just sort of something set up for tourists.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And this town is definitely giving some of that western town. Despite the tourist shops that we have seen in this video, I think it seems pretty authentic to me.
Almost feels like a piece of history with the rusted out mining cars and sort of old spurs up and boots up on the wall. I mean, we haven't seen that, but I'm guessing if you went into the bars or into the stores, you'd see kind of an old boot or maybe an old horseshoe on the wall.
Mm-hmm. You'd see the bartender be wearing a leather vest, no shirt on.
You wouldn't have this problem in the Wild West.